All right, what's up? What's up? Welcome back for another recap. Today we had SASI popping up on some major gap here. We had from $2.50 all the way up to $7. That's a serious gap here. It doesn't look like a lot, but that is almost 200%, about 170% off of the low of $2.50. We did see a little bit of a hold on the pullback. Very surprising. It's holding up so well at such a high gap. This thing was pretty much my only trade. I think small green today. Again, small green. Man, I just can't get out of this rut. I just keep having these small green days, small green days, small green days. You know, I just having trouble finding something A+. A lot of really iffy setups. And I'm having trouble deciphering the good quality setups from the bad quality setups. But we traded SASI, TPST, and BPTH. SASI was the main one. So here we had the opening range. We had a pulled up, dumped down, pretty much dumping out any longs here. We did hold this range though, which was very nice, which made me a little bit convinced that we would see that high of day retest. Because when we're ever holding the range like this, we're definitely looking for the trap. You're going to be attempting to see a trap on most opening ranges. Pretty much 90% of the opening ranges contain a trap either to the short side or to the long side or both. A lot of the times both, especially if it's a small cap gapper. They're just much more easily manipulated. But if you know how they manipulate these stocks, they can provide a lot of opportunity. So right at the open, kind of stuck in this range here, chopping around. I did catch a dip off of these lows, and I was able to get some profits on the day, but it gave back so much just because the spread in and of itself was 10-20 cents. A lot of the times it would have been end up a green trade, but when I sell the market, I'm selling on the bid. It fills me on the bid, and I'm like taking a break-even trade or a small loss. That's happened plenty of times. Yeah, so here was pretty much my main trade. I was in like 200 or 300 shares and caught a nice pop. Made about I'd say like $60 or $70 on that, and then proceeded to give back. I was kind of like chasing into these highs, trying to time the breakout. But I never really caught a good trade. I even got in at the high here and got dumped on by only by a small share size, only by a couple cents. I didn't hold all the way to the bottom. But yeah, it did curl back up. It held these lows, which is a good sign. Whenever you see a false breakout and it holds the lows, keep an eye on it, because if it does curl up, which a lot of times if it's holding the lows, that means somebody's soaking these orders. A lot of the times it's going to curl up and it's going to squeeze, and that's what we saw here on SASI twice, I think. Yeah, we curled up. Once you start reclaiming that wick, you want to press some size on this. And then look at this fan. Like, this is a straight fan from 650 all the way up to 780, this candle. And I just got whipped around like a rag doll. Like, I was just getting, it was tough. It was definitely tough. We ended up holding this area here. Again, getting whipped around by these fans. We dump down, we curl back up. Once we see that curl back over VWAP, now you're looking at the higher day break again. It might retest higher day. I didn't really trade any of this. I was very, very skeptical. Just the price action is so choppy. We did see that break of the highs. Didn't see the break of 8. We pulled back. I thought this was going to be it. We were going to see a higher low here, and we we're going to curl up and break through 8 and squeeze. I thought we were going to see something like that. But we did kind of just start to fade off of that second attempt at the highs. And I was done trading by 10:15. I threw Stu in the rag, and I was like, you know what? I'll take my $40 and I'll get the heck out of here. Not the easiest day for sure. If you guys were green on this, congrats. This is definitely like expert level crap. Like this is expert level price action. SASI, PRZO, expert level. PRZO pretty much acted exactly like that other stock, SASI as well. I think it was on this day. Yeah, look at this day. Pretty much the same stuff, the same price action. In this actually area, we actually did see that break that I was looking for. But yeah, I mean, it's just so choppy, man. Like this is some rough crap. If you're able to get green on this, man, hats off to you. Definitely not easy at all. You got to be looking for quick trades in this market. You got to be looking for quick trades. The continuation setups are not where it's at right now, for sure. I mean, you definitely have to know where the potential for the continuation is there. I mean, on SASI early in the morning, you did have that setup early in the morning. Actually, no, this was 8:30. We popped up. You had that nice bull flag again. That was it. That was probably the two best setups of the day right here, honestly. But I was not trading it. I didn't see it until about right here. So BPTH is another one. I pretty much was trying to trade this for the break of 106, 107, and got caught in the dump. So took a loss there. Not too big of size. The other one was VS maybe, or was that that was another day? VS. TPSD, which was the one that went crazy bananas up to 11 from like a 20-cent share stock. This thing, I think I got caught here. Yeah, I was buying on this micro pullback to like 4, and then it just like rug pull straight down to 340 or 350, and I'm like, well, everything is just coming down. So I just threw in the towel not too long after that. So finishing up $40, it is what it is. I'll take my $40, and it'll help me pay for some small bills, or put towards the grocery budget. But yeah, a lot of small green days, and it's definitely tough. I'm definitely starting to accept that this month may not be as good as it was last month. Very consistent, which is great. It's great, but I just can't find a high quality setup that I can have lots of conviction on, that I can really put my money where my mouth is and really take a nice trade. It's just a lot of just micro chop. Like, I've never seen anything like this before, this type of price action. It must be like some new algos or something in the mix. I have no idea, but this price action is getting crazy, like really choppy. Like, I've never seen anything so choppy before. But, we just have to adapt. As traders, we have to adapt. We have to we have to tweak our strategy to find new edges in the markets so we can take advantage of and get green, make money in the markets. It's tough to consistently be adjusting, but the market is always changing. Before, we had different price action than we do now, and now, it's definitely challenging to adapt. A lot of traders are struggling, so don't feel, out of it if you're struggling. But there's no other choice but to adapt. We don't know how long the market's going to be like this. This could be, God, for how long it could be just choppy like this. Very, not very clean price action. But you gotta adapt. Maybe we should be focusing more on dips or range trading, focusing on dips or sitting on the bid instead of buying the ask, just to kind of manage our risk to the downside. Instead of buying into breakouts or continuation trades or slapping that ask. Maybe we should not be slapping the ask. That's something that I should be probably working on, is not slapping the ask in this type of market on breakout trades, but waiting for the dip, sitting on the bid, being patient, waiting for the quick 5 to 10 cent pop, taking half off, and really managing that risk to the downside. But, I'm still relatively, consistent in the green. I'm doing very well in that area. It's just my conviction and my share size are not doing too hot right now. But that's okay. I'm in it for the long run, and I just need to learn to adapt. And I think my conviction will change as I do adapt to this market. But right now, it feels like every single time I'm looking at the market, I'm like, I don't know what this is gonna do. I have no idea what the probability of it as a setup. This setup used to be good, but now it's immediately flushing into a halt down, or it just doesn't resolve as cleanly as it does, and it shakes me out before the move. A lot of that has been happening more so recently than before, so that's just something that I need to figure out. Am I going to hold longer? Am I going to just try to get a couple cents, sit on the bids, sit on the dips, not really look for breakouts, or not really hold for breakouts? Or I think it would be good to hold for a breakout, but it wouldn't be good right now. I feel like, in my experience with this market, to be starting a position at the highs. Starting at the position at the highs, that is a recipe for disaster. Before in a market, eventually, sometimes you do get that start a position at the high and it rips up. But look how fast it came back down. Yeah, and previous markets, hot markets, you could start a position at the high and it will rip, pull back, rip. Now it's just, as soon as it tests the highs or as soon as it breaks the high, it dumps. So you're better off just focusing on the lows, trying to fish for the bottoms, and then looking for that quick 10-cent reclaim. Fish for the bottoms, wait for the reclaim. Fish for the bottoms, wait for the reclaim. If you're starting positions at the highs, just look. Start positions at the highs. You're getting dumped on all day long. It's been happening for a while now. So I think it's just fishing for the lows is going to be the key for me of how I'm going to adapt. I think that's what I'm going to be doing moving forward, kind of just focusing on those dips, fishing for the lows, off of support levels, key support levels, psychological levels, not so much starting a position at the highs. Previously in hot markets, I really like starting positions at the highs and really timing breakouts, but it's just not the market that we're in. And if you do that, you're going to be taking losses after losses after losses. So that's kind of where I'm at, kind of thinking about this market and trying to adapt to the best I can. As I get more confident in my adaptation, then I will definitely put some more size on. But for right now, I'm just kind of coasting. Nothing's really changed much. So thanks for tuning in for this recap. If you guys were green today, great job. Very choppy, tough action out there. If you guys were red, it's all right as long as you keep it small. That is key. If you're big red, then focus on taking good quality setups and try to make back the loss slowly over time rather than trying to make it all back in one trade, because that will risk you being 2 times or 3 times more in the red. So let's be responsible. We are trading real money. After all, most of us are trading real money. So got to treat the market with respect. Treat your portfolio with respect. That is your lifeline. When your portfolio is gone, when your account is gone, you are also out of the market. So we got to take it slow, and we got to make sure that we're in it for the long run. So thanks for tuning in for this video. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're a new viewer, and I'll catch you guys in the next recap. Peace.